welcome to another episode of the Millionaire Mentor Method podcast with me, your host, Krystal, also known as the most famous woman in the world. So today is going to be a really quick one, guys. I just want to share with you something that I read today, and it's just another wake-up call, another eye-opener, and got me really motivated to just get going on projects that even I have been procrastinating on. So first of all, I finally got around to reading The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, and if you have not heard of this book, I enthusiastically recommend this book, even if you're not a morning person or because you are not a morning person. So if you're not a morning person, I recommend this book even more. So in this book, and I'm not going to give a huge overview of what the book is, because I really just want to get around to sharing what really impacted me today. So in the book, there is a chapter called the 95% reality check. And wow, it really is a reality check. So let me share with you guys this paragraph. Okay, according to the Social Security Administration, if you take any 100 people at the start of their working careers and follow them for the next 40 years until they reach retirement age, this is what you're going to find. Only one will be wealthy. 4 will be financially secure. 5 will continue to work, not because they want to, but because they have to. 36 will be dead, and 54 will be broke and dependent on friends, family, relatives, and the government to take care of them. So this means, guys, wow, this means that only 5% of the people that you interact with on a daily basis, so your friends, family, possibly your kids, cousins, aunts, uncles, everyone. Out of all of those people, only 5% will be financially secure or up. And let me share with you one thing that this brought to mind for me. So last year I was doing clinical hours for pre-med. I got my phlebotomist license in order to get paid while I was doing my clinical hours, and I worked in a nursing home. And let me tell you something, guys. The amount of money that you save and you earn and you invest over your lifetime, you do not realize or understand. Well, maybe you do. I can't say you don't, right? I'm always talking to my former self in these podcasts, by the way, guys. So if I sound patronizing, don't take it like that. It's only because I wish somebody would have told me this. But I would say most of us, because I didn't really realize this until I worked in the nursing home, the amount that you have when you reach a certain age, after retirement age, 60, 65 and up, it impacts your medical care more than you would ever possibly imagine, and more than should be even legal, honestly. So it's just a fact that most Americans think that when they reach retirement, that the normal kind of lower middle class or even middle class income, Social Security, that you're going to be fine and everything's going to work out and your kids are going to take care of you and whatever. And I'm telling you, I have seen hundreds of geriatric patients who are, I have to be sensitive around how I say this, but they're on Social Security, and the level of medical care that many of these people receive is not adequate. It's subpar, and I'm telling you, you do not want to be one of those people. You don't. If you've never seen it and interacted with that on the level that I have, you don't get it. And maybe you think, oh, but life isn't all about money, and I'm fine with how I am, and yada yada. But most of us don't realize that money isn't, just to change our relationship with money, money is not necessarily just to show off, right? Like it's not just to look cool on Instagram and drive the fancy car and have people impressed by you and want to be like you and stuff like that. We have to realize that we literally do have to make we have to be able to save definitely more than $1 million by the time we're retirement age. Definitely more than $1 million because of the lifespan increasing with technological medical advancements and stuff like that. And I would say you need even more than that to actually live a comfortable life with top tier medical care and good accommodations and not depending on other people. I'm telling you, you're going to need a few $1 million to have a comfortable life in retirement. And far to the contrary, instead of making that into a negative, see that as a positive. If you are not 70 right now, or even if you are and you can still work or whatever it may be, but for those of us in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, we need to get moving, people. We need to get moving. And it's not just to impress the Joneses. It's not just to buy that new car. It's not just to get another house or to get the vacation home or whatever. It's because we need it. You need it. 95% of people, 95% of us guys will not be okay when we're entering our older age. Yes, you can have Medicare, but I'm telling you, you don't want to be one of the people that is only dependent on Medicare. You don't want to be one of the people that is only dependent on what your kids are going to do for you when you're nearing geriatric age. You want to be one of the people that has enough saved, enough liquid cash that when you're 70, when you're 75, when you're 80, that you will have the ability to get the best medical care in the world. I'm telling you, that's what you want. Not even 70 and 80. All right, honestly. You want to be one of the people that can afford the world's best medical care at any age. This is something that we don't even think about, right? And beyond just purely that kind of morbid stuff, but it's really a reality check. Just think that 95% of the people around you, when you start talking about what you want in your future, when you're talking about why you're working hard or how you're working hard or your dreams and goals and aspirations or new endeavors that you're undertaking, wanting to be a better person, wanting to change, wanting to become someone else, 95% of those people will not be on the same page as you. So if you feel like you just seem to be not relating to other people, hey, guess what? It's a good thing. If you feel like you're just different, maybe and hopefully, and I know because you're listening to this podcast and seeking out information like this, you may just be in that 5%, and you're going to work to be in that 5%. And one last thing before I wrap up this episode, I want to make the exciting announcement that MillionaireMentorMethod.com is about 95% complete. It is already up and running with information about the community, what we're building here. I'm already building out the team. I'm getting people trained. I'm getting my assistant trained on what exactly we're doing here. I want to make this community a place that you can go and find the people to get into your life that maybe you haven't had before. So this is the place where you can find others, supportive people that are just like you with big dreams, big goals, trying to accomplish what they want to in life and understand the importance of values, goal setting, financial freedom, all of that stuff. So you can go to millionairementormethod.com and sign up for our free, 100% free community. You can post on the discussion boards, meet people. We actually just started a member matching service there. So if you are a mentor, there's a button for you there. If you are a mentee, there is a button for you there. So if you need someone to mentor you, if you want a business leader to be able to speak to at least once a quarter, this is where you're going to go to find that. And we are already starting our Monday Millionaire Mentor newsletter, which is just going to be an extremely short motivational newsletter every Monday. So we definitely will not spam you, because I hate spam and I hate just having my inbox just a mess. So you don't have to worry about that. I promise I won't spam you with anything. I am currently creating the ebook 12 Steps to Prosperity. That should be coming along any day now. And just go check it out, guys. millionairementormethod.com. If you are a mentor, just know that there is compensation for you to become a mentor. So I truly believe that, yes, mentors should be just mentoring people because that is what you want to do out of the goodness of your heart. But I also have met mentors who do get burnt out. And I have actually recently met a mentor who pretty much gave up mentoring because he basically wasn't getting an equal exchange of value, which is totally understandable, right? So we're creating this community and creating a course and a certification method and a matchmaking service and everything that is going to be geared toward giving the mentor and mentee equal exchange of value. So the mentee will get someone who can fast track your life, your business. I mean, everything that you need, they can fast track, and that would be great for you. But what the mentor needs to get is some type of value so that they don't fall off. And our idea, and don't quote me on this because we are still developing this right now, but we're looking like we're going to have something where you can give your mentor a small percentage of equity in your company that they are helping you build. And, I feel like there's nothing like this out there. And I know that when I was first starting my first successful business, WeDash, in Santa Monica, if somebody would have given me this opportunity, I definitely would have taken it. I would have absolutely said, hey, I need the help. I need all the help I can get. And while I don't have any cash, I definitely was in the market to give someone who knew what they were doing equity in my company to help me. So it looks like that's what we're going to be doing. We also have our free monthly MMM Mastermind Zoom meeting that we are creating right now. And the very first one is going to be in April. And we are looking right now, I should have already had this pulled up, but I didn't, guys. We are having this in April 7th, which is Good Friday. So that will be free as well. And our mastermind meetups are a little bit more loose. They're not going to be structured and trying to sell you anything. It's more just a mastermind meetup where we can all put our heads together and try to help each other. We can bounce ideas off of one another. We can hang out, we can learn, we can network, we can exchange contact information and build our community. So that's it, guys. Remember to each one teach one and demonstrate excellence.
The information provided in this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be construed as financial advice, investment advice, or medical advice. The host is not a financial advisor nor a medical doctor or licensed therapist. Any financial or medical decisions made based on the information in this podcast are made at the listener's own risk. It is recommended that listeners consult with licensed professionals such as CPAs, financial advisors, and licensed physicians before making any investment or medical decisions. The host and creators of this podcast accept no responsibility or liability for any loss or damages incurred as a result of the information provided in this podcast.